Just jump in that and use that. Are the car keys in it? Yeah, they'll just be sitting in it. Okay.
A local here on Rakiura didn't quite like these sculptures, so he shot it. Currently we're going down on Ulva Island. I feel like our washing machine here on the island is a portal to hell.
G'day riders, this is Mrs. Kiwi driver.
And Mr. Kiwi passenger. It's been a while. We have not had much to vlog recently. Everything seems to have been cancelled by COVID. Still, we're on a road trip. We're heading to Rakiura Stewart Island now. Stewart Island is an island right at the bottom of New Zealand. It's an island that a lot of New Zealanders haven't visited, but it seems to be on a lot of New Zealanders' bucket lists, just like it is on our list. So we have finally been able to organise time to get down there. It's a ferry ride across, and there's only about 22 kilometres of paved road on the island, so there was no real need to take our bikes. Now we could have ridden down to Invercargill and Bluff, but ultimately then we'd have to leave our bikes in the car park for a few days, and we didn't really want to do that. So we bought the car. We do have a car. The ferry ride's about an hour, and we've got a beautiful cottage to stay at on the island. There's a ton of bird life. There's white-tailed deer apparently that live on the island, and the chances are high of actually seeing a kiwi. It's not a common occurrence to see a kiwi because they are nocturnal, so we're going to keep our eyes peeled for kiwi and all sorts of other bird life. Yeah, really looking forward to this trip.
Getting excited now. We're on our way to Bluff. We're getting closer. Stay tonight and then ferry in the morning. How are you feeling, mister?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this next bit. Like from here on now basically is an area I don't know very well. So it's really exciting. Feels like an adventure. This is our apartment for the night. What do we think? Looks really nice.
Yep.
Yeah,
This will be cozy for the night. Oh, good coffee and everything.
Good coffee.
A few cookies.
Hey, little seating area. Let's have a look at the bathroom. Very nice.
We're just coming upon the chain that holds Stewart Island to the mainland of the South Island. This massive chain sculpture was built here. There's one that mimics it on Stewart Island to give the impression that Stewart Island is linked to the mainland by this chain. Over 5,000 kilometres to the equator, just under 5,000 kilometres to the South Pole. We're also 15,000 kilometres away from New York. Our ferry ride tomorrow will take us only 35 kilometres out to Stewart Island.
Honey, we could put the past in the backseat. You don't have to say you're sorry. You don't have to say you're sorry. No, no. Go on and tell me all the things you really want to. Tell me what you're holding on to. Honey, I'm just gonna hold you closer. We don't have to wait for our love to begin when we're already standing out on the runway.
Well, we've made it to Rakiura Stewart Island on the ferry. We got in around 11. I think there was a wee bit of a misunderstanding. with our transport, wasn't there?
With what time we were arriving.
Yeah, with the time that we were arriving. So it's now about 1 o'clock. We've had some lunch and a coffee at a small cafe. We're just killing some time until we can either make contact with our transport or we can meet up with them. We've had a wander around the town, and there's a beautiful little church up here that we're going to take a wander up to and just explore. I'll tell you what too, there's some incredible bird life on this island. I wouldn't call it tame, but it's not fearful of the human population, so you can get quite close to it, which is really nice.
Baby, we are the pilots. Don't need a ticket to come home when you want to. Cause even when I'm not with you, I'm with you. Sun up, sun down. We don't have to wait for our life to begin. Cause we're already standing out on the runway. Open up your heart and let it catch the wind. Just reach out and take my hand. Nothing in our way. They keep saying time flies, but baby,
So she goes, you know where the pub is? Yeah. Well, there's a Caldina down the road. Just jump in that and use that. Are the car keys in it? Yeah, they'll just be sitting in it. Okay, sweet. Thanks.
So our cottage, called Seabreeze Cottage, is here in Horseshoe Bay. Beautiful little cottage, really comfortable, just a stunning outlook. The scenery here is to die for. The cool thing is our accommodation comes with a vehicle that we can use. We did actually though have to change the front tyre this morning due to a loss of air, but hey, at least we have a vehicle with which to explore the island. Be kind of cool to have motorcycles here. There are actually scooters that you can rent to get around the island, but having this car is really good. Every single corner that you turn down here, there is a beautiful view. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. Wow, we are blown away by just how beautiful it is. It's like almost untouched. They haven't really touched anything that they didn't need to. Just wow. We're heading up to Acker's Point this morning to view a lighthouse. It's just something about that beacon in the night. Something quite poetic about it. So we're off to check out the lighthouse. This is the Acker's Point track, which takes us up to the lighthouse. Rel was also mumbling something about there being a very old house up this way, so we'll see what we can see.
Mumble. I don't mumble.
Just wait for good luck or a break, and it feels like wasting away. I'm running with the daylight, and I'm not slowing down. On the bright side, the color can be found.
This is the oldest European building on the island, and it was built here in the 1800s before the settlement of Oban was created, and it looks out over this small but stunning bay.
Longer will I lose my footing to a shadow, fall and blame fiction when neither shoe is tied. I won't be so quick to call.
Louis Acker was an American whaler and apparently a very, very strong man. He single-handedly built this house using local stone and clay mortar. Now, some of these rocks, some of these stones are huge, so you can only imagine how strong this man was.
And I'm not slowing down. I'm living on the bright side, where color can be found. I'm I'm running with the daylight. I'm running with the daylight.
Acker's Point, known as the Sentinel of Foveaux Strait. There used to be a wooden structure, a wooden lighthouse that alerted ships to the danger here. This more simple one that is now solar powered is what stands here and alerts ships to this point.
Looking on the bright side now, square up sun, no longer sleeping with my face down. I'm vertical and free.
This is the second part of the chain that we saw back in Bluff. This is the Stewart Island part. These chains actually represent a legend of Maui and the story of New Zealand. The South Island of New Zealand was Maui's canoe, and the North Island of New Zealand was a fish that Maui caught. Now, Maui needed to stabilize his canoe, the South Island. To do that, he threw out his anchor stone, or Rakiura Stewart Island. I don't know if you can see just behind me, there's a dent in the chain link. The story goes, a local here on Rakiura didn't quite like these sculptures, so he shot it, and apparently the punishment that he received from local law enforcement for shooting this sculpture was to mow the grass around this area for a couple of months, so he had to look at the sculpture. Hopefully he's now reformed.
It feels like wasting away. I'm running with the daylight, and I'm not slowing down. On the bright side.
We're Kiwi spotting up at the airstrip. We've got our red torches because Kiwi are startled by white light. So we're going to see what we can see.
I'm running with the daylight. I'm running with the longer will I lose my footing to my shadow, fall and blame fiction when neither shoe is tied.
So far we've managed to see one really good one, a young female about 3 years old, and the tail end of a small one about 6 or 7 months old.
Be so quick to call it cursed when I know I could fix a couple pieces with insight. I'm running with the daylight.
So that was about a 2-hour trek up to the airstrip to look for Kiwi. We saw 4, didn't we?
Yeah, I only remember 3, but apparently we saw 4.
Apparently one ran off into the bush, apparently, yeah. But it was just neat seeing them forage, so that was well worth it. There's a tiny sanctuary island here in the Stewart Island sort of island complex, and we're on it. It's called Ulva Island.
It's not called Ulva Island.
It's not called Ulva Island, it's called Ulva Island.
But it is a nature sanctuary and it's protected.
Yeah, and there's a map that you can follow. We're going to see if we can find the G-spot. So currently we're going down on Ulva Island. Sorry, what's it called?
Ulva Island.
Oh, we're going down on Ulva Island. Just been visited by a weka. Checking to see if we have any food. Well, that's a weka. Yeah. It's almost a microcosm of New Zealand here on Ulva Island, and I concede it's called Ulva Island. We were just on a beautiful golden sandy beach, then we walked 5 minutes into the rainforest, and there's a swampy marshland, and the bird life. Wow, I thought the bird life was incredible on Stewart Island. We've just been greeted by a weka. We just saw very close to us a Stewart Island robin. Heard kaka parrots.
The weka jumped up on the picnic table asking for food. It's pretty special.
I didn't give it any. Appropriately enough. Sadly, I would have liked to have fed it, but it's not appropriate. Well, this is my fucking beach. Fuck you. No, fuck you. Can we share the beach? Possibly. Do you agree that I'm tougher than you? Yeah. Okay, we'll share the beach. No worries. Cheers, fam. So we just stopped for lunch, and this little, what was it, a Stewart Island robin?
Yep.
A little Stewart Island robin was hanging around nearby, and any crumbs that fell, he or she would duck over and collect them and put them into the top of the ponga tree nearby. And I just had a look, and you can actually see these things. Those are little dropped crumbs from what we were eating for lunch.
The reason why women need handbags. Number 397. This lovely toilet, it's not that lovely. There's no toilet paper. The good old tissues it is. Wish me luck. It's done.
So Raoul, did you manage to find the G-spot here on Ulva Island? There it is, folks. The G-spot on Ulva Island. And here endeth our time communing with the birds. I feel like our washing machine here on the island is a portal to hell. I can hear the souls of the damned screaming. Granted, my underwear is in there. I believe the spirits have departed.